Driving this now, the 2-liter Q50, 2-liter turbo Q50. We drove the hybrid, and now this is the 2-liter one without all the complicated techno gizmo wizardry. And yeah. Oh, I get umbrellas. Lovely. So yeah, this car competes with the 3 Series, the C Class. Where's the key? Yeah. So this is the 2-liter turbo, 211 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, and decent looking car, I would say. It looks no different from the hybrid actually. And you get rear aircon vents, very high quality. It's weird, right? There's no door pockets. For a door pocket fetisher like me, I would feel it's very weird to have a car with no rear door pockets, and there's no reason why they do that. There's no reason at all to not have this. What do you have here in the back? Some cup holders, that's it, you know. But overall the leather quality is quite high. It's okay. That's the hybrid. Very fast car. And, yeah, that's it. The Q50. Not many cars in this segment has a power adjustment on the steering. That's a very luxurious feature, I would say. Suspension is comfortable. I want to sit back. Okay, the seats are not as hugging as the one in the Q60. It's wide enough, but it feels very flat. It's not contoured well. But overall interior quality is good, it's solid, and okay, there's a very weird feeling with the steering. It moves more than it should at that kind of speed just now. I don't know whether it has that variable steering thing, but first impression, it doesn't feel very natural, the steering wheel. It's like they purposely enhance the feeling of its rear-wheel drive nature. So I never would have guessed that this drives so differently from the hybrid. The hybrid is like super blunted. This one is, wow, the front end is lightweight. Even at this speed, 100, right, I have to do minor corrections. But I have to drive a little bit more because as we jump between cars, the how we perceive things might change. No pedal shifters, but you have powered steering column. You know, consumers don't look for that in this segment. They don't look for a powered column for a car that is 238,000, but they'll look for pedal shifters. Even a little bit of movement, the whole car is like pointing like that. It's as if the center of rotation of the car is behind me. Same engine, 2-liter turbo, 211 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, 7.3 seconds to 100. Soundproofing, windproofing is all okay. Quiet, comfy, padded, not the tung type ceiling. Still the same old slow response of this drivetrain combination. This engine and transmission is from Mercedes, and it still behaves the same as in Mercedes or in this car or in the Q60. Oh, it comes with Bose, so at least it has Bose sound system. The car feels smaller than it should be. This one almost have a too responsive feeling to it, and it's more responsive than it should be. Even it's so direct that it feels fake, you know. It's so direct that it feels fake.
This might be still by wire, so let me show.
I think it's the steer by wire thing, because even the slightest of movement, right, the car moves more than it should be. I'm still trying to understand it, because there must be a reason why the engineers design it that way. There must be a reason. most of the time between the engineers of the cars and us is the interim period whereby we still don't get why. There must be a reason, be it for the sporty drive or something. But so far, right, a 4-door luxury sports sedan should have a very good, steering, suspension and all that. But to have a car that have so much minor movements of the front end when we're trying to drive straight, it's a bit hard to understand. I think they use software amplification on the way the car responds. It doesn't need to be, especially at high speeds, because right, when we were at high speeds, normally when your car's clusters are properly angled and all that, right, the car will want to keep itself straight. Even if you have a little bit of movement, right, it is counted by the forces of the car moving forward, the wheels turning and all that. But this one, right, because it uses
Yeah, this is steer by wire.
Steer by wire, right?
Exactly same in the hybrid, but might be a little tuned a little bit differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
The output is so different.
I think in order to give us a very direct steering, right, they use software to sense every movement, every minute movement of the steering wheel, and then they react in milliseconds, very fast. And from what I feel, there's zero lag. There's almost zero lag. It's almost immediate, but it's moving a little bit too much than I wish it to be. To have a car maker with a few models in the same generation to drive so differently, right? It only means one thing. It means they are trying to look for a direction that establishes their next 5 to 8 years of model lineup. Because this one drives so differently than the others, and every car has their own traits. It's very unlike cars like BMW or Lexus for that matter, and Audi, where they have a certain familiarity to the entire lineup. It's still a comfortable car, but it's just I had to do minor adjustments. Amongst its rivals, right, it's the only car that has the automatic braking and lane keeping assist. Its lane keeping assist, right, and automatic braking, right, is so advanced that as your car veers towards the center of the road, right, it doesn't react the same way as others like Volvos or BMWs or what, right, where they jerk your steering back. It doesn't. As you move nearer to the dotted line, it just become heavier and heavier, and then very naturally it glides back into where it's supposed to be. I think this is the most advanced way of doing this, where it feels very natural. It doesn't feel like the car is jerking me back to my lane. But let me try this. I can't even tell whether I'm doing it or it's doing it myself. Yeah. It's keeping me within my lane. It doesn't let me go past it. But the way it adjusts me back, right, is very, very, very natural. As if it's caused by some road camber or something like that. It feels almost indiscernible. Yeah. And then we experienced the braking yesterday in the hybrid. The way it brakes, right, it's not like Volvo or the others where it suddenly chomps the brakes. No. It feels like a person depressing the brake linearly, gradually. So, it's actually very advanced in the way this is being implemented and executed. That's a big plus point. It feels so natural. Wow. And I think it never asked me to put my hands back on the steering. It did not. So, let me put it this way. In the hybrid, we experienced one thing whereby I literally do not have to operate the brakes. It just operates it for me. All I'm operating is the throttle. And then I'm not operating the steering wheel as well. Because it is doing it for me. Wow. Now there's a bit of a turn here. I'm gonna ready my right hand just to make sure I don't go into the barrier. See, we are already turning, but I can't feel the car pulling me, but my car is not running into the barrier as well. For 38,000 you have this, you know, that's quite something. I think I get what they are doing really. It feels unnatural to lift off your throttle during cruise control, right? I think any one of us who have tried cruise control, when you have on cruise control and then you have to purposely remove your feet from the throttle, it's a scary thing to do. Because most of the time we will just leave our foot on the throttle. It's a perfect resting point. So what the Japanese engineers did in Infiniti is that they let us leave our foot on the throttle and then it does the braking and the steering for us. I've not been holding my steering wheel for, I don't know, a good 3-4 km. That's quite something, way. See? And I feel so confident now because it doesn't yank the steering, it doesn't chop the brakes, it doesn't yank the steering. All it does is to do it very, very, very naturally. And okay, a bit scary because there's a cone there that's near to the it's doing the steering, but I don't feel it. And okay, it senses the car in front now. Daryl, can you even see the steering moving?
No.
Or the wheels are moving, but the steering
wheels
is
are
not
moving without
Holy shit!
Because there's no physical linkage between
Holy shit!
Yeah. The wheel doesn't need to move.
Wow, this is damn weird. This is damn scary. This is damn scary. This is damn scary. Fuck way!
Now if you go on YouTube, there's a video of a guy switching on the cruise control, switching on all of these systems, and letting the car drive on its own on the highway like this. So he filmed that, and then he went one step further, he removed himself from the seat.
He climbed behind, right?
He climbed to the side. And
oh my god! Oh, this is scary. This is scary. I'm too near to the car. No. Holy shit! Okay, this is the most advanced system, but I think it's too early for this. This is only 2017. This feels like 2037. Wait.
But this car was launched in what, 2013?
20? Whoa!
Yeah.
Fuck! The wheels are actually moving, but the steering is not. Wow! Do you have the confidence to not look in front?
No.
Do you? I'm trying to not look in front, you know? Whoa! Infinity and beyond! It's been quite some kilos I'm not holding the steering wheel. Whoa! If I get more and more confident with this system, right, I think I will misuse it, but I'll be a very happy person before I die.
Or you'll die in another car. It's not an Infiniti.
Yeah. Oh no, it's near the truck. Oh, it's near the truck. Oh! It's keeping us from the dotted line, but it's so near to the dotted line, I think I'll scare other people, you know. Because normal human beings don't drive so near to the dotted line. Whoa! Whoa. Okay, now there's an icon of a car turning up because there's an Avanza in front of me. But this van don't come out. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I'm going too slow already. Let's speed up. Damn! Daryl, are you scared?
No, I've enjoyed all of this in this car before, and when I drove this car,
Yeah.
the first time I drove this car,
Yeah,
that was when I was convinced autonomous driving could happen. This was the car that convinced me.
this is the car.
Yeah,
right?
not any Tesla or Volvo, but it was this car.
So advanced,
Yeah,
right?
it is advanced.
Because they do it very, very naturally.
Yeah.
Wow, Japanese. I have a newfound respect for. I've always loved Nissan, but it's the GTRs, the Silvias, and all that. Wow! And I don't have to hold the steering every 15 seconds, which is damn annoying. Oh, it senses the car coming out, it brakes for me. It does it in a more urgent manner because it's quite immediate. And just now I was holding the steering to pull it back a little bit because the A-Class was trying to come out. Wow! Now I do wish that if they can keep us more in the middle, not so near to the dotted line in the middle, right? That will remove a lot of fear from me actually. But so far the car has been operating flawlessly as long as you have dotted lines up. See, it's my. See, this is just me, but
You could try moving to that lane and see.
yeah, if it's too near, it will just pull us back. And then, okay, the differences is this. It doesn't see the road ahead that is a curve and then it bends. It merely moves the steering because it senses we are near to the dotted lines. But the car has no idea we should be negotiating a bank turn. So again, don't expect cars like this to uluyang for you. But highway driving, I'm very convinced with the way it reacts because it's unlike the other Germans where it's a more pronounced action whenever they brake or when they yank the steering for you. But this guy does it in such a manner that it's just so intuitive for the car, not me. And wow, so that's the reason why they decided to dislodge the steering wheel from the wheels, because on highway driving, autonomous mode, the wheels can be doing all the turning, but the steering doesn't move at all. And when the steering doesn't move at all, right, it feels as if you are doing the turn because of the road camber, not because of you seeing some weird thing, this thing is moving and all that. It doesn't move at all. That is wow. Wow, 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 wow. If you do a lot of KL Penang, KL JB Penang, this kind of drive, right, and you want a premium car, right, you really should consider the Q50 because it really takes away a lot of the driving stress that you'll be encountering most of the time daily. I kid you not, because it is very, very advanced. And if you do this daily, I mean, there's no joy driving on the highway, right? Provided you are blasting your way down and then flashing everybody out of your way. But if you just want to go from point A to point B for work or for something else, wow, 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 wow. Okay, that's at least... Now I totally understand this car, why it behaves the way it does. It's just like you take a person from 2005 and throw him in the car in 2025 and then he just doesn't, he just can't get used to it. And this is like that. This is the car from the future that was launched a few years ago, 2013. Wow. And then this thing, we were making fun of it yesterday, doing all the nonsense thingy. Now we get it because, like what Gerard said, Gerard from Poltan, he was saying that his car has a screen, but when he is using his navigation, he won't be able to tell which song he is listening to or which song is the next song in his Mazda. But this Japanese, they decided to give us two screens because you can use your navigation here and you do your song selection, your other stuffs here. Suddenly it makes sense. And Daryl pointed out to me, when you are reversing, the reverse camera is here. It doesn't take away other stuffs. Yes, that you might be halfway operating. Wow. It's unfortunate that the Japanese cannot speak English. If they learn English, right? If the Japanese learn English and they master this language, right? They'll be able to market so many of their inventions, their innovative things better to other people. Yeah. Crazy shit. And I forgot I'm in sports mode. Because the car is so relaxing. Go by standard. Wow. Yep, I guess that's it.